First, this is, yep, right now it's coffee time. It's about to change, and I want to tell you, do you believe in answers to your prayers? Because I just got mine today. Although in some ways I am starting over to a point, but so much better. And I'm going to explain that. Many of you know 2 weeks ago now, well, tomorrow, 2 weeks will be when I went and had my mouth redone. We're just going to turn around and do that. And, well, I am now having to live with learning how to talk, chew, everything with a full set of teeth that I had done without for so many years. Hang on a second. Go ahead and set this on quiet mode right now. So, but I have had some major slowdowns on my homestead. I've had my good days and I've had, oh, my absolute bad days, y'all. Now, I will say, this beautiful girl right here, I've learned something about that. And I've learned something about the old saying, looks can be very deceiving. These are very deceiving. They are absolutely gorgeous to look at. However, they're evil. They are pure evil, in my opinion, right now. But it's not for the fact it's their fault. So I've been, look, I can't run to the dentist. It's an hour away from me. And besides that, my pockets are not lined that full to keep throwing money at them, to keep getting this done all the time, when in the first place, they were not done right. I learned this because they are not lined up. Hence the reason there was some major pressure points on my bottom gums. Now, granted, I'm not going to show you anything because that would just be pure gross. But I am going to explain what I have learned and the relief that I'm getting right now. I went the first time because, oh my God, I think it was 3 days after they put these in. It was so torturous. I could not eat, sleep. I couldn't do anything. Now, when I started this, y'all, I was 185 pounds, shamefully. But for my height, it was good. I've lost 11 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm 174. And I continue to keep dropping. Part of that is because I could not eat. Now, granted, I was trying to eat things that I can't eat right now. And my pride just got in the way. I wanted so much. So last night, I ended up doing something different. I let my pride down. And I had Mediterranean food, but not the normal way. Right now, I'm not going to be able to eat a salad probably until I get my permanent teeth in, which is going to be 3 weeks from now. I'm going to get new impressions. And at this point, I cannot wait. When they did these, first of all, they did the impressions right when they pulled the back molars out on both sides. Okay, so I still had teeth up here. They did not do an aligned impression. It's hard to explain. In other words, my teeth were not down on the putty to get the right depth or whatever of my own teeth. So that messed it up a little bit. It makes sense. Now, I've done the best I could with these. And so finally I reached my breaking point. I prayed. Y'all, I do that. When I don't have an answer, when I can't take it no more, I pray. And I prayed to God for an answer because I just can't do this no more. And I knew something was wrong and I really can't afford it. So I learned some things from people like me. So Bob in Missouri, Miss Candy, and for many of you who are like me who really can't wear your dentures, maybe I have a solution, because this For the first time in 2 weeks, I am in comfort. I'm actually looking forward to being able to eat soft food and learning how to chew now. And what caused that? It's going to sound crazy, y'all. It really is. But you know that we get, when we go to get sized up for dentures or whatever, they have denture putty. Do you know that denture putty can also be a really nice soft alignment on your teeth and gums? And that's exactly what I did. Now, although it's inexpensive and it goes a long way, I'm only using a quarter of each packet right now, mixing it together, forming it in my mouth. And honestly, I can clean this alignment. It's rubber based. Honestly, after 5 minutes it sets, and I'm drinking coffee and everything. I can clean it and whatever else and put it right back in place. I can even put they don't hold completely still, but I can put some of my what do you call it, denture grip, whatever you call it, on my dentures to hold it in place. But what I'm using, y'all, is I put a soft liner in my gums, realigned it so that it will fit so much better. And all it is this right here. This miracle stuff right here. That's it. I take a quarter of each one, mix it together. Once you mix this, y'all, that's it. You cannot save it. If you don't use all of it, you can put the caps back on, because it comes with a, now it's got a foil liner, but it comes with a cap. Let me see if I can get this off here. It's a plastic cap. See that? And it just pops back in here. If you don't use all of these, I used a quarter because I'm just using it for my bottoms. I put the caps back on them, kept them separate, and I've got it in the refrigerator in case I need it again. I ended up, I think I paid $35, but I have 5 different applications. This is going to take me through the rest of my temporaries, maybe, if hopefully not have to, into my permanents. And all this is, it's non-toxic. It's what they make your impressions with, and it works as a soft liner. Y'all, I am getting relief for the first time in forever. Now I'm having to learn how to talk again and everything else, because now everything is back in place where it belongs, sort of. My tops, like I said, they don't have this. See, I have TMJ. Back, Mr. Santa, you all call him Mr. James. He's not my first husband. He's my second. And my first, my ex, was an abusive alcoholic, and his pastime was, well, I was his punching bag, and he got my jaw. Luckily, he didn't break it, but he did damage the cartilage. So I have TMJ. Not super bad, but it can be moved. So when they took my extractions out and everything, it just wasn't lined up right. The whole way they did it, I can see. I'm hoping now when I go back for my permanent, this whole situation is going to be different. And I'm not going to stick on my channel on homesteading over dentures, because this is just not what I want to do. My goal right now is, many of you have been coming to me saying that you totally relate, and I'm hoping maybe, since this was my saving grace, that this might help you. You can find it on Amazon. No, I'm not getting affiliated from this. I'm helping bring relief, if anything, maybe just a little bit of relief to you, like it did to me. Because for once, I wanted to just, I went to my knees. I honestly did. I raised my hands, and I thank the good Lord from the moment that got set in my mouth, and the relief that I felt when I put my teeth down on top of each other, and I bit some eggs, and it did not hurt. So maybe that'll help y'all. From here, we're just going to grow. We're going to get better. I got 3 weeks before my next appointment, but this isn't painful for me no more. Honestly, oh, thank you, Lord, thank you. So anyways, today I did a community photo of some radishes. Y'all, it has rained again. It has rained quite a bit, actually. Now, we had a couple days of beautiful sunny weather. I didn't check the garden up until today after a really good rain, and to my surprise, I had some, y'all, look at this. Bunches of lettuce, or not lettuce, but radishes again. And I'm talking, hold on. Radishes. So, I can't eat them like this, but I did roast them. Oh my goodness. So I'm using this. The part for the oven came in today. Hallelujah. So I'm going to wait for hubby to put that together. But I roasted those in the air fryer until they were soft where I can mash them with a fork. I used some garlic and some Parmesan cheese, and they were amazing. So I am finding ways to eat my vegetables. I've been craving them, and believe it or not, when you eat healthy, your body will crave them. I am now looking into softer, chewable type of fruit, like peaches and stuff, even if it's frozen. I am looking into smoothies and drinking protein shakes now. So yeah, I'm going to get healthier. I'm going to get stronger, y'all. And I needed my answered prayer to be able to move forward. So this is where we're at. But yeah, this looks can be deceiving. I'm learning that the hard way, even on a beautiful grill. So, lesson learned. Just very much lesson learned. You never know what somebody's going through secretly, though. You know, you don't, and I have to say that. I could hide pain very well. But off camera, not so much. My husband was at a point he didn't know what to do for me, and neither did I. But I prayed about it, and I got my answer. So, yeah, I mean, don't tell me prayers don't work, y'all. Maybe I had to purchase something right now. If it gets me by, I don't care. Can I actually afford all this stuff? No. But it gets me by right now, and I needed something. I am actually looking forward to going back to the gym again because I've missed my life. This is going to help me. So, I am improving every day. My speech is getting just a little bit better here and there. So, but now that everything here is different, realigned, and I have more cushion where I didn't have it before, we have to kind of start over. And it's okay. I'm good. I'm a tough gal. You know, I got my big girl panties on, y'all. Yeah, let's go. So, I do need to get my chickpeas canned. I have been down to the point I didn't even want to do that, so now I want to. Now I need to get these done because I am watching my pantry, and I keep, you know, I know I got to get started. I'm actually getting late in starting, but it's okay because when it comes to beans, I can can whenever. It doesn't matter. I can can them in the winter time if I wanted to. So, I just want to get started. I do like my hummus. There is a big difference between home canned and store-bought cans, where I'm finding store-bought cans, when I make hummus out of those, it's more gritty. But when I make it out of home canned chickpeas, now granted they're super soft, so I wouldn't eat them on a salad. If you're going to eat them on a salad, you want more of a firmer texture, use those from a store-bought if you have to. Or basically take dried and make it yourself. But when you want hummus, you want that smooth, and I'm finding that I can get that really good smooth from home canned chickpeas, so I seriously want that. So I will be doing this, I promise. I know I've been saying that, but y'all, I've had some hidden things I've not brought out to you because I have literally been suffering for 2 weeks. I'm going to be real. I've been suffering for 2 weeks. So I definitely ate different last night with my husband, and I felt full for the first time. And so I'm going to have to do what I'm going to have to do. And tonight I'm going to try something else. Now, it's not something I normally make, and I'm going to tell you it ain't going to come from a box, but I am going to try some macaroni and cheese and see if I can eat that. At this point, I'm going to eat what I can eat just so I can stay full. So I'm going to start coming up with some creative ideas, and now I'm going to start looking into some Mediterranean foods that are softer to chew. Learn how to chew again, and so now that I have grip, maybe I can do this. So this is up to date, y'all. If I feel up to it, Friday or Saturday, I'm not sure which one yet, and I have to see our schedule, but I'm looking at coming back and doing live with you all. I've mentioned this before, and I am seriously thinking about it. However, I will be appointing moderators. There is no doubt about it. I'm not going through all that again, but we will take this at a different approach. So I have missed the round table, the homestead round table with everybody. So I am seriously thinking about coming back with the live feeds, spending at least maybe half hour to an hour with you. And so, yeah, we've been thinking about that as well. The garden is still growing. It's doing amazing right now, and I am actually thankful for all the rain because it's saving me on watering at this moment. So I cannot wait till basically June. I got 1 more month to keep my squash covered. So far, so good. But at this point, because I'm having to keep them covered, I'm afraid that pollination is going to be hard. Now, one thing I am noticing, I'm thinking I've got this pretty much covered, but I'm also concerned because I've been seeing mosquitoes inside of there and ladybugs. So that tells me if they can get up under there, however I'm thinking is secure, maybe it's not so secure when it comes to these boervine squash. I'm really hoping and praying that that don't happen to us, but I'm going to have to keep an eye on these. I'm going to have to watch the leaves regardless, and I'm doing my best to keep them out of my garden. I do not want that crap in my soil. That's part of the problem I've had. Everything that I had, even in my grow bags, I had these in my soil, and once you get them, they're hard to get rid of. So I'm keeping an eye on my squash because I would love to get zucchini and yellow squash. I've not been able to do that in 2 years. Yes, I tried BT, I tried the injections, I tried DE and everything else. Y'all, nothing worked. My squash and zucchini just kept getting destroyed. So this is my last resort. If this doesn't work, here in Mississippi is a very humid state. So if this doesn't work, I'm going to give up on it and I'm just going to buy it. Or I'll go to the farmer's market. Sorry, y'all. Oh, that feels good. Sorry. Oh my gosh. So anyways, yeah, I'll just give up on it because I'm not going to sit here and keep playing with these. They're rough and they'll eat your plants to pieces and there's no saving it. I did the aluminum foil wrapped around the stems and you name it, I've done it. I've done every folklore, old Farmer's Almanac, Granny's old remedies. I tried everything. If this doesn't work, I'm done. So, we'll see what happens. In the meantime, I am going to get ready and figure out what to do for canning. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. We're supposed to get some cooler temps right now. We are in, sorry y'all, I know some of you are still going through. I know that for a fact and I am so sorry. but we are actually up in the 80s right now, but we got some pretty bad storms. Now we're going to cool off again though. We are going back down to Sunday in the 50s, and then we'll go back up in the 70s. So it's kind of up and down, but we got storms, and these storms, sometimes our warm temps doesn't bring goodness, and our storms can be pretty scary here. So I'm keeping an eye on things. But in the meantime, I've got you caught up. I'm looking at getting back into my kitchen, y'all, because I have missed it immensely. I have missed being in the kitchen with you. So, yes, we're going to get back to normal. I promise you. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for praying for me. Thank you for sitting with me. Thank you for just hanging out with me and hanging in there. Because I promise you, once all this is done, y'all, it's homestead back to normal. And I can guarantee you that. I miss it. And it's just, some things in life will put you in your tracks, make you sit down and put on the brakes and go, hold it. So, I'm right there. I'm on a hold it moment. So, bear with me, y'all. We will be back, and I promise you. Thank you for sticking with me, and I mean, I really, really appreciate you. Many of you helping me come back to health has been amazing. Just like, you know, honestly, Miss Gina, she sent me a beautiful letter, but what was so cool about this, and it helps. Y'all, what you say to me helps. What you do helps in so many ways. Miss Gina sent me a letter, but I gotta show you this. I've seen people do scrapbooks, but she did an inspirational scrap letter for me that I can look at every day, pick and choose what I want, and it helps get me through. Look at this. It's just inspirational quotes, page after page after page, that I can pick. Just like this one, you got this. You can do hard things. You know, this stuff here, this is unbelievable. And this helps me. This honestly helped me. A simple letter with inspirational quotes that I can get through my day on the hardest points of my day when I don't show it on camera. I don't always show everything I go through, y'all. There's a reason for it. So your prayers, these letters, the things you've done, the care packages, it's all helping. So I love you, my family. And in return, maybe I can't do everything, but I can pray for you as well. And I can be your shoulder and whatever else. I can be your family. I can be your sister in Christ and whatever. So thank you very much. Until next time, we're going to end this right now, and we will be back, I promise. Until then, much, much love to you from Parton's Heritage Homestead.